Balaram danced with his gopis in Vrindavan, and their rasa dance is the pinnacle of sublimity. The Puranas describe that Balaram performed his rasa dance during the 2 months of spring, Madhava and Madhu. The Srimad-Bhagavatam verses narrating this subject were spoken by Sri Shukadev Goswami to Maharaj Parikshit. Balaram spent the moonlit nights of the month of Vaishakha and Chaitra with the cowherd damsels in the super-mundane abode of Vrindavan. The place was set aglow with the rays of the moon. The lotus and kadamba flowers bloomed freely under the influence of the moon's rays, and a soft breeze circulated their scent. In the groves on the bank of the Yamuna, Balaram danced with the gopis, increasing their conjugal mood. The Supreme Lord Balaram, like an exquisite gem decorated by the cluster of gopis, performed his pleasurable pastimes. He behaved like Indra's elephant, Airavata, the controller of many she-elephants. The Gandharvas observed the rasa dance and offered their prayers. The sound of kettle drums rose from the heavens. The demigods joyously showered flowers upon them, and the Gandharvas and sages worshipped the Supreme Lord Balaram with verses praising his activities. The sages unequivocally denounce association with women, yet they sung hymns in praise of Balaram's rasa dance with his cowherd damsels. The demigods attended Balaram's rasa dance to shower flower petals. They knew that there was no difference between Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram, Halahadar. The transcendental qualities of Balaram are obscure in the 4 Vedas, but the Puranas describe them boldly. What power do I have to describe them? Out of ignorance, some people disregard the Puranas and reject Balaram's rasa dance as inauthentic. The 2 brothers, Lord Krishna and Balaram, performed the rasa dance with the gopis in the same place in Vrindavan. On the radiant full moon night of Holi, at the end of Shivaratri Vrata, Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram, accompanied by their cowherd boyfriends, enjoyed themselves in the midst of the beautiful maidens of Vrindavan. They were both pleasingly decorated with the finest jewelry, sandalwood pulp, wildflower garlands, and exquisite clothes. The fortunate gopis sang sweetly, their hearts enraptured by love for Krishna and Balaram. Evening had not set in. The moon and the stars appeared. The fragrance of Arabian jasmine intoxicated the bumblebees, and a light breeze carried the aromas of white lilies and lotus flowers. Considering that very moment to be appropriate, Krishna and Balaram began their pleasurable dalliances. They sang together for the pleasure of all living entities, their voices rising and falling melodiously. If a person, after reading Srimad-Bhagavatam, is not affectionately inclined toward Lord Balaram, then he is rejected by the Supreme Lord Vishnu and his devotees. In the words of Srimad-Bhagavatam, a non-believer is a yavana, a barbarian. He is destined to suffer in hell, birth after birth. There are others who, like eunuchs, make emotional gesticulations challenging, quote, which scripture describes the rasa dance of Balaram, end quote. Who is so sinful that even after reading the scriptures he cannot accept the truth, but interprets the real meaning and gives his own distorted understanding? Lord Balaram is the abode of Lord Chaitanya's deep affection. Offense at Balaram's lotus feet destroys all possibilities for salvation.